Hi, I'm Lisa, the creator of LKA Crochet. Thanks for stopping in. If you love to crochet, you're in the right place. Today, I'm just going to go over some patterns that I made this week and tell you what I think about them, my honest opinion. So the first pattern that I did turned out, I think, wonderful. It's so cute. It's by Wonder Crochet, and it is her fairy. Isn't that adorable? I just love it. This is an easy pattern to follow. I use Burnett blanket yarn, and the way that it's done is she gives you choices on making petals or leaves, I believe it was called. So you have to do 6 of these petals, which I chose, and then you lay them aside, and then you make 2 legs and 2 arms, and then you attach the legs together and start working up. This pattern works up really quick. I didn't really time myself because I'm always up letting the dogs outside, or somebody's at the door, or something's going on where I'm up and down, and then I work full time, so it's hard to say, but I got the pattern done. It took me 2 days, but like I said, I didn't work on it the whole time. I would say it'd probably only take me maybe a couple hours because I'm a slow crocheter. So then you sew in the petals and you sew on her wings. So those are made separately. And she looks just as cute without the wings. And then there's her eyes, embroidered the eyes. And her hair works up quick too. So you crochet a cap that goes on her, and then you go into the front loops and you're just doing single crochets and then crocheting back up the chain. But I think she turned out adorable. This is Wonder Crochet. In fact, she has some other dolls that I want to try. It is a blueberry doll and a strawberry shortcake, and I think that would look so cute sitting on a table at a market with all the fairy dolls together. The next one I did was the same pattern, Wonder Crochet, and I will link all these patterns in the description below. And this is the same doll but a different color. So I thought it looked like Elsa on Frozen. Isn't she adorable? The only thing is, I don't know what I was thinking, but I put a pink bow instead of a blue bow. And all this is a piece of yarn. I thought about like crocheting a chain and making it as the bow, but in her pattern, that's all she uses. And then you just tie these together. So basically you're slip stitching in the same stitch as you make the first chain, and then you're just single crocheting down the chain to make these. So it is an easy pattern. It's fun. I might make a few more. The difference in these two dolls is I forgot, and I put her eyes in before I embroidered her eyelashes. I don't know if you can see that. See how those look like they come right underneath her eye, and those are not. So I like this way better, but I forgot. But I still think she's cute, and I don't know why her head is bigger than her head. I think because, well, I crochet I'm an under crocheter and I'm an over crocheter. So when I first learned, I learned how to crochet over, which when you do over, it makes a bigger stitch and a bigger plushie. Well, I like the looks of the under because I kept having holes in my plushies. So now I can do either or. So I think I was trying to make one under over and over, and I forgot what I was doing, which way I was going, or my brain didn't get it, so part of her is bigger. Anyway, they're still cute. And that was from Wonder Crochet. So I'd like to have, a bunch of these. I was thinking maybe 6 to 8 sitting on a table. Then I tried another one of Wonder Crochet's pattern, and this is the teapot with the mouse. It's so cute, and it's a poppet. The only thing, and this pattern's great too, I would highly recommend it. This is easy. I got this done in about 2 hours. I know that sounds like a long time, and Maybe it is for some, but I'm not a really fast crocheter, but I was happy with the 2 hours. And I only do a few markets a year, so I think that's good, but it's cute. The only thing I did not like, nothing about the pattern, I love the pattern, it was great, was that when I color changed down here, I wanted to put this part back here. I'm sorry. I wanted to put the front of the head this facing this direction because this looks so smooth and perfect, and this here, you can tell where I color changed, and I don't like that. But when I sewed on the head, I don't know what I was thinking. It was late last night. I sewed it on different direction than what I wanted. But the way that you make this crochet pattern, it's really fast, is you crochet the head, and then you set the head aside. You're done with the head, and then you start at the bottom and you go up, and then you sew or you crochet this here, and you add some arms. She wanted you to crochet the arms separately and then sew it on, and I wasn't going to do that. So I just made, I just hooked into here and did two single crochets, and then or maybe that was 3 single crochets, and then single crocheted in the second chain from the hook, and then slip stitched to make the arms. And I think they turned out fine. The less sewing in, the better, because I hate sewing in. So you crochet this up to here, then you crochet the head on. You do make this separate, and then this sews on top the little mouse's head. And the one cute thing about the pattern is you can make a little frog too that pops up. I wish that this here, I mean, if I go like this, I can stick it down in here, and I don't know if I put too much stuffing in it or not, but I still think it's cute. It still does what it's supposed to do. Adorable. The yarn I used was Sweet Snuggles Light and Fluffy Flex, which I got at Michael's. And with this yarn, I used a 6.5 crochet hook. And I do plan on making maybe 2 more of these to have for my market to set on the table, because I think it's adorable and it's something different. I hate the patterns, not the patterns per se, but I do not like having everything that somebody else has, so I like stuff that's different. But that's hard to find, and I don't see a lot of people making these here. Okay. And then if I'm looking down, it's because I have the name of the pattern designer here to make sure that I remembered who it was. But the next one is Nacho. It's by the Fox Den Mom Life, and it's the Chameleon. And you kind of see it. It turned out huge. Look at this thing. It's massive. Oh my gosh, it's big. I don't know if you can tell how big it is, but it is really big. Now this took me, it seemed like forever to get done. What I did, I would work on it some one night and then come back and work on it some more another night. But I used Burnett not baby blanket, but Burnett yarn, and I got it from Amazon, because sometimes you can go to Amazon and you can get the yarn maybe $6.99 a skein, which this was like $6.99, so I got 2 skeins, and I'm so glad I did, because this used a skein and a half. And then I had some pink, and you just surface crochet this. But when you crochet this tail, I'm not kidding you, this tail is longer than my kitchen table. It was huge. And then you just curl it up, and then you go in and you crochet it so it stays curled. And he has 4 legs. So this is Nacho. I think he turned out good though. I think maybe I should put something around his eyes. His face just kind of looks plain. But my granddaughter came over last night. I watched 2 of my grandkids, and I was showing her plushies I made, And she is a girly girl, but she said she liked this one the best. She's, oh, I like this one. I think it's the collars because of it's like cotton candy, rainbow, unicorn-like collars, which I like the collars too. I'm not sure what I'm going to price him at. I don't know if I will sell him or not. All right, this is Nacho the Chameleon. So cute, so cute. Then I'm getting it here, this Dinosaur, which I had him at my market and he didn't sell. It is one cut crochet. It's on YouTube. And it was a YouTube video. And I'll link the descriptions below. And I apologize if I said anything that's incorrect, but I will correct it down there. But this here is cute. He works up fast. The yarn I used was Sweet Snuggles. And he stands. I don't know. He stands. I think his eyes probably should have been down here a little bit because you can't hardly see him. I mean, when he's standing like this, you can. But I had this plushie at my market. Like I said, it didn't sell, but I plan on taking this to work and I'm giving it to somebody. Their son has autism and she said he loves dinosaurs and he stands them all up in a row. And I thought this would be cute to give to her for her son. All right, so that is all the patterns that I made over the last week. I do have one that I'm working on, which is not done, which I will show you, and then I'll show you when it's complete. I just kind of, I don't know, I didn't give up on him. It's just like, I just have to sew in pieces, and I hate sewing in pieces. But it's this dragon. And it is huge. And like I said, I just sewed on his legs yesterday. This is by Sweet Beans Crochet. And it's Baby Phoenix Dragon. Or Pyra. And see the tail? Oh my goodness. It just goes on and on. This is my arm length. And it goes past both. But I've got these in here where these legs here have to be sewed in, which I haven't sewed his back legs in. I was contemplating sewing them in last night, and I said, no, I'll wait. Also, he's got 2 horns, which she gives you lots of choices on how to do the horns. I chose the ones that kind of curl out, but they have one that curls and curls and curls like in a cone. It's really different. It's cute. Love the pattern. Love all the patterns I did today. They were excellent. He gets big wings, which I have made. I just don't have them sewed on. But when I do finish it, I'll show it to you guys. And he also gets things going down his tail. I don't know what you call those. Spikes. Okay. I don't know why when I get on YouTube, when I'm doing a video, I can never think of anything. My mind kind of goes blank. But this is going to be gorgeous when it's done. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next week or two. Thanks. Bye.